gotta pop my taste. Hold up. Y'all can't talk about basic. Hold up. We mighty more Power Ranger. Hold up. Mine also dangerous. Hold up. Y'all talk outrageous. Hold up. Don't get caught in the matrix. Hold up. Got that touch my savior. Hold up. Give it that touch with my head. There can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't fear him no more. Sonogram don't feel it no more. You were driving a minute but can't steer it no more. What you don't want to see more, you want to see more, but you want to see soar. Life done slowed you down, your body is acting up, your mind is out of balance.
A rivalry that spans 6 decades and 1,200 miles of Atlantic coastline is ready to go here in Miami. It's the Jets against the Dolphins, and it's coming up next. Scott joined by Brock Hewer. The ball's teed up, and here we go. Rivalry week at Hard Rock Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you. Do it for myself. I go 0 to 1 real quick. Whole squad on that rail. 0 to 1.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Get it. Bronco 80.
Throwing to start this game. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. And I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. First guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Well, Brock, every football fan knows that these two have been rivals for decades. As of late in the AFC East, they've had their struggles. Last division title either team was 2008. Last playoff win, kind of shockingly, coming all the way back in 2011.
It's some of the biggest names in the history of the sport. Joe Willie, Namath, Dan Marino, Don Shula. Over the last 30 years, the Jets, they've had 11 coaches. The Dolphins, 12. You just can't sustain success without continuity.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Come on. Set. 70 Lions. 60 Maverick. Ready.
To the air on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. They get there to take him down right around the 41. That one gains 7. And that is a Dolphins first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Throwing on 1st down, Willis. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series. He's the one driving it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Willis. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he will not score, but he got oh so close, Brock. Out of bounds, 4 yards shy of that end zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Buying some time right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shotgun snap now to Willis. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on second and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
Here he goes, third and long. Buys time, rolling right. And it's incomplete on third and goal. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be. All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Here's Smith on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
60 Bison! 60 Bison!
Starting this drive with a design run. And good forward, about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. They're going to run out of the pistol with Hall. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like we got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Third down, give to Hall. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First down from the 42.
Go! Back all 80!
Running right with Mitchell. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down. That's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Just 3-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They have second and pretty long here. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Extra DB out there for the Fins. Third down.
Here we go, hey. Good shot. Line. 53, 13X.
Smith in the pistol. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
On first down, here comes Hall. Next snap coming inside the red zone, Brock. He picks up 9 on the play.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Less than a ruler needed here on second down.
There we go, throw it. Snowball.
To the left side and wheeled in by Wilson. And he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. First and goal coming up.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Here we go. 300%. Hey, here we go. Sunday. Strike. No ball.
And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Jets finish off their opening drive. On is Katie York for the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jets want up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. On now is York to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal. Check.
They'll start the drive with Achan. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. On to punt on 4th down, it's Bradley Pinion. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Secures this at the 17. Makes the tackle. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. And that one goes for...
Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Here we go, hey. You're gonna get shot.
Going to the ground again on 1st. A lot of space ahead. There he goes, right sideline. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Jets grow their lead just before halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Willis. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
19 Tiger. And the Dolphins first down.
Willis looking to throw. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be first down Miami.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Throwing is Willis. Cut by the open man. He will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins making a one-score game before halftime. Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Dolphins cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Smith on the return. And he'll be just shy of getting to at least the 20. Bit of a short return as he's out of the 19. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate? Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on second.
The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go, first down.
Hey, we go. Check 59, cover. Line. No ball. Ours.
From the gun, Smith. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First and 10 from the 43.
Here we go. 19, Warriors, 70. Ready?
Here's Willis. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. He's got it inside the 10. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. So they could try for some points going into the break. Here's the final play of our first half. Final throw before the break. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Smith on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. New York to the line. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 390%.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
They give on second to Hall. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
13 next. Cut. Middle.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Austin McNamara will kick this away. He gets this one away and really connected. This one is sky high. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Get it. Ready.
Here's Willis to the air. Finds his back. Achane. Now here he goes down the right sideline. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grab the lead on their first series of the half. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Extra point is good by Gonzalez. And the Dolphins push their lead to 3. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Here's Smith on the return. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. It's a foot race. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
York tacks on that extra point. And the Jets take a 4-point lead.
Dolphins 17.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
To throw, here's Willis. Finds him over the middle. He's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd down carry for Achane. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Something up.
They've been doing it.
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is a Dolphins 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
With Achane here at the gun. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. As Andre Cisco will hold him down there.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting the boost, and he busts those tackles.
He's got the hook up to Atwell, and he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Willis now. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. This is hauled in by Atwell. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard. Just about a yard to the markers. They're going to take the risk and go for this. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Flushed out now to his left. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
Okay, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Here we go. Shot.
Willis to throw it. That's another quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Set it.
He'll throw it. Throws confident. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here 1st and goal. Running for it, it's H.N. And he gets in, touchdown! The Dolphins take a 4th quarter lead. Devon H.N. with the touchdown. Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins push their lead to 3. To kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Smith on the return. Showing a little burst so far. They haven't got it yet. And he does. Touchdown. I think we know somebody who really likes the way kickoffs were redesigned, partner. The old format. What, teams were lucky if they got 2 in a season, and here he's got 2 by himself in this game.
Yeah, if you think about it, Kate, like in our lifetime, we have not seen such a drastic new rule change that's created so much new scheme and opportunity. These returns, they're a product of hard work, new scheme, and finding ways to exploit the weakness of your opponent.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Come on, set! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, go!
Working from the gun, it's Willis. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup, gained about 8, 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
And the shotgun will give it to H.N. Pop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins needing 4 points. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Ready! 70, ready.
He's back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
He'll look to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Okay, break.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4.
Tag. Ready,
Back to throw. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but the heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Getting 24 yards on that one. And it's going to be 1st down Miami.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here he is to throw. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. He's going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Setting up to pass. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
HM. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. The Jets take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd and goal coming up from the 7.
Go. Go.
Gets it again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Timeout taken by New York. That's its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots.
And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything we could have won. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 65. Ready.
Going wide receiver run to start this series. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards.
Well, you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation, a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion.
Tuesday.
Smith in the pistol. Trying to push deep downfield. It could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins make the play that should win them this game.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Come on.
No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock.
70. Ready?
Lewis on the design run. So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. Man, they were facing a top 5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you can come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.